44% of organizations report having more than 50 Windows apps in use. In fact, 26% of organizations still use more than 100 Windows apps. What does this mean? It means the Windows and the devices that run it aren't going away anytime soon. Mobile devices and SaaS and browser apps get a lot of attention these days, but little attention is paid to desktops and laptops beyond just sales figures. I decided to conduct a research project to understand the trends that influence the purchasing and refresh of these devices, as well as what app workloads are running on them and how they're being managed. This survey focused on IT pros with expertise in these areas in both mid-market and enterprise companies in North America, and that data is now available to share. One of the data points that jumped out to me is that 83% of users work from more than one device on a regular basis, and more than half of those end users work from 3 or more devices. This proliferation of devices is placing a burden on IT like never before. In the past, end users used whatever device IT issued them, but now they also use their own devices. And this is just talking about laptops and PCs, not counting mobile devices and tablets and so on. Every time we have a new device, we potentially have a new operating system and maybe new apps that run on those operating systems. And all of this increases the burden on IT to ensure security, a good user experience, and consistent access. Another data point that I noticed was that Windows endpoint management is split evenly between traditional and modern approaches. There's also a huge number of unmanaged devices. That split between traditional and modern management isn't exactly 50-50. And in fact, modern management, like Microsoft Intune, VMware Workspace ONE, Avani Mobile Iron, that's only in use in about 34% of organizations. 37% said that they're still using traditional management like login scripts and GPOs and SCCM. That leaves 29% that are still unmanaged. Enterprise is a little bit more likely to have their devices under some kind of management, with 80% of them noting that. Mid-market, only 60% of organizations had their devices under some kind of management. That indicates a huge opportunity for mid-market-centric endpoint device management solutions. Finally, employee productivity in related areas like improved communications and collaboration capabilities and user experience are among the top priorities now when it comes to endpoint device strategies. And this is a big change. We think this is due to, in large part, to post-COVID workplace transformation and proliferation of hybrid work. The end user experience is now more centric to organizations than it ever has been. And it's displaced classic priorities like disaster recovery and business continuity. Basically, improving employee experience, improving communication and collaboration, and by a wide margin, the number one response, improving employee productivity, are the new currency when devising an endpoint strategy. Finally, to close this out, 97% of organizations reported running some number of Windows apps, and this is my bellwether for the future of Windows and Windows endpoint devices, because having any number of Windows apps means that a customer needs to have Windows. Now, this could be delivered in the form of a PC or a laptop or a virtual desktop or something like that. But as long as Windows is in the picture, organizations are going to have to support it. And that, more than anything else, including AI, will shape the future of endpoint devices for at least the next few refresh cycles. This research was expansive, and much more information is available around topics like PC as a service, peripheral trends, OS usage, and Windows apps. To get a full readout or to learn how you can sponsor this research, speak to your representative today.